They played in Brazil early this year to get the season started. Jalen Hurts and healthy. This game began on an odd note. Keyshawn Nixon out of the end zone, hit hard, balls on the ground. Jeremiah Trotter apparently recovers. The ball's out right there. And doesn't it look like Nixon has the ball? He has the ball. But they gave the ball to the Eagles. No one has still explained to me how that's what the call was and how Philadelphia got the ball. But they did. And then you got to cash it. And they do. Saquon Barkley, first touch of the game, setting the tone. A 16-yard gain. And then Jalen Hurts has all day long. Someone's got to be open, and someone is. That someone is former Washington Commander Jahan Dotson. It's 7-0 Philadelphia. It's 10-0 into the late second. Jordan Love is picked by Zach Bond. What a year for that man. He has been everything to this Eagles defense. And the Love and Packer offense struggles continue as they have nothing at halftime. It's a 10-3 game late third. Hurts. Oh my goodness. Dallas Goedert, get off me 4 times. Carrington Valentine on the wrong end of that. Get off me. Get off me. Go away. Child's play. Eagles missed the extra point, though, and you wonder, you leave the door ajar, that could come back to haunt you, particularly against a Packer team that has shown the ability to fight back. And look at this remarkable run. It's not my segment, it's Kyle's. Good Morning Football. Give that man the scepter. Josh Jacobs running with purpose and fury, and he does it again. Into the end zone, and it's 16-10. 3rd and 1. I always wonder if they're ever going to do this, and they do. You go play action, someone might be wide open. A.J. Brown actually not quite wide open. Packers sniffed it out. They settle for a field goal. A.J. Brown busts out the book, Inner Excellence. The passages are on the internet. It's actually very interesting. Makes a lot of sense. Here's Brown actually on that book that he's reading.
Man, it gives me a sense of peace. That's a book that I bring every single game. And, you know, my teammates call it a recipe. You know, that's the first time I heard that y'all got me on camera.
Again, inner excellence. Think about it. We all could be better, right? All right, it's 19-10. It's a 4th and 3 throw. And unfortunately, Malik Heath, right foot is clearly out of bounds. He's frustrated, and you understand why. The Packers turn it over on downs. 2 minutes to go. A lot of folks rooting for this one for various and sundry reasons. Oh, I don't know. A touchdown would have made it a 5-point game. Maybe that's significant to some. Quinyon Mitchell, the rookie, continues his brilliant campaign. Gets the pick. Philadelphia, let's go to Wawa. Here's Jalen Hurts.
I think just to have another opportunity. You know, I think it's been an odd year in the sense of how choppy it's been. And obviously me kind of being on leave the last couple of weeks or so. And so being back and just getting into that rhythm and leaving it all out there right now. That's what it's about.
The only thing that really matters is how we win. Whether we throw for 400 yards, we rush for 400 yards, we win the game 3-0. I don't give a to be honest. Like, I just want to win. And I think that's the mindset of the team. I know that's the mindset of the team. And we'll go back, we'll watch film, we'll improve, and get ready for whatever we got next.
You see a +4 turnover margin. That's a virtual lock when it comes to the postseason. Team's now 87-2 in the tournament.
Well, I mean, Saquon.
He's being a team guy. He's being a team guy. Man, listen, man. I love it.
Ocho, there was no chance. Ocho, even if you score a touchdown, if you scored a touchdown, so now you're about to make it 29-10. How they gonna come back and score 20 points in a minute? I get the Ocho if it's a let's just say you up by 1. I get it. Ocho, you already up by 12. You score, you hit your head on the goalpost. That's 200. That's a 200-yard rush day. There haven't been very many 200-yard rush days in NFL postseason
Somebody
history.
in his ear, Somebody.
Who?
Somebody on the side.
Tell them to shut the F up.
You ain't got to tell me, because I said the same thing. I say, why are you sliding in a moment like that? You might as well go get the score.
What did Brady say? I'm sure Brady had something. Did Brady say that was good, or what? Anybody know what Brady said?
I couldn't hear the commentary because where I was, it was actually loud.
I didn't hear the commentary. I never hear the commentary, so that's why I've been interested. I get a look here, Ocho. In certain circumstances, I get it. A one score. Let's just say you up by 1 point. You scored. There's a chance they get a 2-point conversion and tie you. I get that. Not in this situation.
That's right.
Not in this
one. Somebody was in his ear. Somebody on the sideline probably told him before, if we get an opportunity, if you get a chance, if you break one open, let's go down. Let's not be disrespectful.
Oh, they say Brady said he didn't understand. Brady said there was no reason to slide. Okay.
Yeah. So
Brady said he would have. Oh, okay. Brady said he wouldn't have been so generous. Hell nah. Ocho, I'm up by 12 points with a minute to go, and I'm about to hit, and I got, let's just say, Ocho, I got 125 yards. That right there gonna give me 75 yards. That's gonna give me a touchdown. 200 yards, boy, I'm going to the house. I ain't gonna be like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm going to the house.
I don't know what he was doing. In a sense, it makes me think not only his decision. Well, yes, his decision, because he could have said he wanted to play or not. The decision not to go after that record last week, which would have cemented his legacy in the history books. And then you come this week, you have a clear touchdown. You're already up by 2 scores. Why not just go score? I mean, somebody in his ear got him. Listen, they got my dog brainwashed over there.
They got him overthinking.
They got my dog brainwashed. They got him overthinking. I'm not analyzing every little thing. Just play football. Just have fun. Enjoy the game, because you're not going to get these opportunities very often, and it goes really fast. So, I mean, it is what it is. I hope everything continues to work out for Saquon and that Eagles team. They look good today. But they're not, to me, they're not scoring enough points, man. They're not scoring enough points. They're not efficient throwing the ball as well. They're not using AJ Brown.
I thought it was
that's
just
going to catch up. That's going to catch up to them. If it wasn't for the Green Bay Packers having the injuries that they had, or Jordan Love not being able to get that motor running and finding some type of chemistry with his team offensively, they lucky. They lucky.
Is it me, or does Jalen Hurts? Something. Look, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just too critical. But Jalen Hurts did not look good at least the first 3.5 quarters, Ocho. Maybe it's just me though. Did you notice anything? He looked timid. They were running. I'm like, bro, Jalen, what are you doing? Run, go, do something.
I don't know. Listen, I didn't really notice anything. I think when I think about Jalen Hurts, I think he does everything within the realm of what he does good. He doesn't try to do anything extra. So I just saw Jalen do what he normally does. If it's there, he throws it. If it's not there, he's checking it down. If he doesn't see it, he pull it. He go through his read. He go through his progression. If it's not there, he take off and run. If it's a run play, he rarely checks out of those. So I just saw him do exactly what he normally does. I just don't like the play calling to a sense. You're going to run as a team. They're going to stop the run. You got to be good with the pass. You got to be good throwing the ball. Yeah. If it has to be a short game, the quick game, whatever you need to do, you got to get AJ Brown involved, man. I think we were well into maybe at halftime he had 1 target. Like, what are we doing?
Well, hell, he only had 3 targets. He had 1 catch. They ran the fake whatever they call that push play, and they faked it and they tried to hit AJ and he overshot him. But I thought he was hurt. I said, well, maybe he's hurt. Maybe they don't want to rush him back or anything like that. But I was very surprised at how poorly he was playing early on in this ball game. Got off to a great start because they kicked the ball off. The special teams do a great job of taking the ball, and they go in and get a touchdown. Like, okay, you can't get a better start than what you got right here, because you took the ball away from them, and they didn't even get the offense, didn't get a chance to possess it. And now, knowing you coming out of the half, you're going to get the ball. But I was surprised. I was like, maybe he hurt. Maybe something is going on. And he kind of picked it up a little bit. That was Goddard that made an unbelievable play, because all he ran was like a little bubble screen.
That was nice.
Like ran through.
Hey, you got as the defensive back, you got to understand the laws of physics. I'm not sure 24's last name, but you got to understand the laws of physics. You don't try to come and tackle a tight end that big up high. What are you doing? You got to get him on the floor.
Try to be a
from
hero.
From the knee down. from the knee to the shoestring. Go low, because that's going on every time.
Yes.
It's like when Derrick Henry's running the ball and DBs are coming up, and instead of going low, they trying to tackle him up high. What you think finna happen?
Well, I think the thing is with their mistake they're making, they're getting too close
Yeah.
to him. He gonna stiff arm your ass. He gonna put you on his highlight reel. As Josh Norman, as the guy last night, as Minka Fitzpatrick, he gonna put you on his highlight reel. So when you get close to Derrick Henry, and he does a great job because it's so late when it comes out. Because a lot of guys, they stick it out, and the DBs have gotten smart. They chop the arm to knock it down, get you off balance. And then the same thing as a pass rusher, Ocho. If a guy gets lazy with his outside arm, the guy knocks it down, you lean, he bend the edge, he on your quarterback. Guys, you have to understand physics. You got to be strong. Inside, kick to him, because you're going to just use this to push him back. But if you get this out there, they done got good at doing this. It brings you forward. Now, guess what?
In that moment,
give him a clear pass to your quarterback. So, but Jordan loved the 3 turnovers. And that's the thing. He has this, he'll go 7-8 games and he won't turn it over. But then he'll go 3 or 4 games where he have 2-3 every game.
And this is the game that you can't do that. Yeah,
no, not the playoffs. Not 3 turnovers, you get beat.
Not in a game like this. And then plus with the injuries, everybody going out. Watson was out. Romeo Dobbs goes out. I think he hit in the back of the end zone.
Hit his head, and he even had the concussion cap on.
Yeah. You see, remember
but
hey,
he was so high in the air, it don't even matter what you had on, Ocho. He was so high up in the air, and when that back hit, when his back hit, the next thing hit was that hit.
Remember what I told you? Remember I told you when we argued about that the concussion caps early in the season on the show? I told you.
Yes.
Listen, I anyway, that's a whole nother story. But then the other receiver went down. Who was it? Was it somebody else went down too? So
was it Reed? Hold on, let's see.
Was it Wicks or Reed?
Well, Wicks had I don't even remember.
Yeah, he lost 3 of his targets. So I mean that's really no excuse. Jordan has to play better. He has to play better. Games Ocho. Like this.
Yeah. Because I thought the defense did a good enough
job
neutralizing the Eagles early on, and they should have gotten something, because there were a couple of drives that the Eagles went 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and that was the Packers' opportunity to cash in on those, especially on the road. I want to take the crowd out of it. Let me give me a little touchdown here or there, and I can take the crowd out of it. Now I can function. But they were really never able to get anything sustainable, the Eagles end up winning this ball game by the score of 22-10. But Jalen Hurts is going to have to throw for more than 121 yards. That ain't going to cut it.
They were lucky, and I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you're lucky you're not playing the offensive juggernaut today. You're not playing the offensive juggernaut, because listen, scoring 22 points is not going to beat your Detroits.
It ain't gonna be Minnesota either.
It ain't gonna be Minnesota either. You got to be able to put up. You got to be able to score points. And I mean, as good as your defense is, now I'm not gonna take anything away from that, because the defense played well today as well. But you got to put up points. Now, who do the Eagles have to face now?
They're gonna face the winner of Minnesota, the Rams.
Now we talk about 2 teams that can put up 30 in the blink of an eye.
But see, the thing is, the Eagles are counting on but we're not gonna be in the dome. So we're hoping that we get we get cold weather, we get wind conditions, blah, blah, blah. Because they're dome team.
Playing in Philly ain't that cold. Philly ain't that cold.
But the weather,
30 degrees, that ain't nothing.
It might be snow. It might be wind. You got a dome team. Normally, dome teams don't like to come out of those domes.
The Lions play.
They build their team to play on that fast ass turf.
The Lions play well in the cold now. The Vikings play well in the cold now, even though they're dome teams. If you look at the time that they had to be on the outside, they've been okay.
But if you think about it, Detroit ain't really been outside. They played Minnesota, that's a dome. They played the Texans, that's a dome. They played the Rams, that's a dome. They played the Cowboys, that's a dome. So even they get 8 home games and they go on the road. Minnesota, dome, that's 9. Who else they played that was in a dome? The Texans, that's 10. 10 of their 17 games been in the dome. And now they got home court. They got home field. So theoretically, they won't have to come out of a dome
for a minute.
Till next year. Super Bowl is in a dome. Because you remember the Rams built their team to play on that fast-ass turf. You had Oz, you had Torrey, you had Revenite, you have Marshall, you had put you in space, scat protection, everybody out. Hey, make somebody miss and hit your head on the goalpost. But it was I'm just saying this. I don't know moving forward if this type of offensive performance will win Philly a game. It was enough today, but I don't know moving forward if it'll be enough.
I mean, they won't be. The coaches know that. The staff know that. Hell, even the players know that based on who your opponent's going to be. It is going to be the Lions or it's going to be the Vikings. Whichever one it is, you understand that you can't score 22 points and beat the Vikings or the Lions. That's putting too much pressure on your defense. Now you're telling a team that scores almost 30 a game the entirety of the season, the damn 20 points or 17. That's not going to happen.
Right.
You got to open up the playbook.